I made you this. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Good morning. So, been a long time since I fed cows. Let's go see if I remember how to do this. The whole reason I'm feeding cows is Francisco's on vacation this week. Robots are all clean. So this is what it's like when you show up to the farm in the morning. Got a cow waiting to get milked. Got our fresh cows. No dry cows have calved. It's always a plus in the morning. We'll check how much feed's left over. Ooh, chipmunk. Some feed. So this is all of its own group here. That's why there's probably more left there. Well, what we do is we take all of that feed from the day before out, gets fed to heifers, and then they get completely fresh feed. If you don't do that, it builds up and gets hot, and from there you have a lot of issues. So, alrighty, we will get mixing. Always so friendly. So what we got going on here, actually we got so you turn it on, hold zero, zeroes it out. So we got canola in the right. I think we're feeding canola right now. I'll have to look at the mineral sheet, the diet sheet. And then we got our milk cow TMR meal, which has all sorts of goodies in it. So I got this fact sheet of what we're feeding. So we got a little bit of straw, some TMR meal, canola, wet brewer's grain, apple pumice, corn, and then haylage. So go down here, you got so many cows. This is 3 loads a day. So that's what it is. So what we got to load right now is loading for 118 cows, 210 pounds. So turn it on and watch your number go up. Then you're done there. Turn on the next one, canola. So we're going to 440 with this. Yep, on the dot. Stuff I chopped last night, I'm green feeding some of it out. It's a little longer because if you remember, we broke a shear bar bolt, so it wasn't cutting it as short as possible. So, but this I'm going to 1,200 pounds of haylage, so we'll be at 1640. Have one of my farms, so it's Monday, one of my farms is texting me. They had some attachment issues this morning, but it seems like they're getting through it now. But we'll see, we might have to go on an adventure and then come back and finish up chopping. I will be glad when we are done chopping. chop it. Amateur hour, it takes 3 tries to get there. I don't think I got enough there, so. Usually we don't green feed much out, we try not to. But you can green feed that day's worth of, like a day of that feed. I wouldn't, day after day after day of feed as it's getting bad is not good, but green is okay. There we go. 1640. Wet brewer's green. 680. So what we got going on here, this is gonna be that heifer feed that we chopped real late, that it got rained on a bunch. And that's our end of second cutting that we're gonna use to transition. So after today, we're gonna go into that. But I got apple pumice on the right, which I don't know why it's all spread out here. I'm sorry about the dirty windows, I didn't think about it. I don't know how heavy this stuff is, so. And this is brewer's grain, so this is new. I've never fed brewer's grain, which it's from making beer. So microbreweries, stuff like that. Apple pumice, if you're new to the channel, is from making the concentrate for hard cider. So not the actual hard cider. Tom doesn't make that. He makes the concentrate for it. And all it is, it just smells like pressed apples. It actually smells really good. Brewer's grain, I'm not a big fan of the smell, but what did I say? We're going 1170. So 33, 34, 50. Waste byproducts that we actually, I guess he didn't deface for me. Usually I deface the day before, or the night before, so then, well, I used to. So I used to do this full time. For like 2 years, all I did was feed cows. I was the only one who fed cows. And I deface, and this is all we have left of corn silage, so that is why I am excited for where our corn is currently. What I'd like to, the best way is defacing it down so you're not opening up so the quality stays with it. How much corn silage do I need? We're going to 975 pounds. And we split it down the middle because our pit's too wide. So that's why we have some rod on the side. We lose some, but it's a better management tool. We gave it a beep. What are you doing? Coming? Hopefully you guys got a good angle there. So we're going to 4480. So if you feed to an empty bunk, which means the cows eat absolutely everything, then the flow of the barn is screwed up. So you want 5 to 10% refusal, and that leftover is a big part of why everything keeps moving. I don't know why there's 2 pins down here. calves at the end that are over there. I'll show you. And then we'll feed these guys, and then the rest will go into the barn as the first load for the cows. I thought I was doing good. I left it a little short there at the end. And I forgot to press record, but a little short. I'll get them on the next load. So we'll go dump that, but we'll zero this out. Because once we dump that, we'll load our heifer load. Both groups of heifers get loaded the same. So you only mix one load, which is convenient. Sometimes, well, a lot of that's because our pregnant far out heifers are all on pasture, so it's not like we're gotta worry about getting them fat and things like that. So we'll go do this, then we got a load of dry cows after that, and we got a load of milk cows that will sit. I'll dump a little bit because I shortchanged the end. When you come over and dump this, you look in the bunks. So you look in the bunks and see how much is left. That way you know. There's not many in this middle group. These are all pregnant or up breeding age. These are all getting close, but it's a, come on. Yeah, so they got quite a little bit left, so I'll back it down compared to what he fed yesterday. As you can tell, they're in no stress, not a care in the world. That sun's really inconvenient, can't see nothing. So there's 3 bunks here. Tried to split it up evenly as best I can. They'll eat it either way, but that way when they first come up, it's much more convenient that they're not all bunched together. And all this group is pretty much the same thing as the one that I dropped food for there, just a little older. Older gives them more space. And if you come to the park, these are the ones that are actually out front of the ice cream stand that are extremely friendly. There we go. So you got your TMR refusal that we got out of the barn. I got some more to grab there, but pounds, and going into the barn will probably be 700 there. So we can say 3 loads of 4,000, so 12,000 pounds total going into the barn on 118 cows. So 700 pounds refusal, that's pretty good. I'm not sure exactly what that number works out to be. But from there, I go to 2,000 pounds of haylage. Well, total of 2,000. And they get heifer mineral. That definitely longer. That shear bar, I think I chopped 2 loads with it long. The bolt broke and just pushed it out, and what the shear bar does is it actually makes a cut length, because that's what the knives are cutting against, so when it pushed itself out, it would let anything through. Yeah, see, I got some that are longer lengths, but overall it's not too bad. It just looks long, the stemmy stuff, but when it starts falling apart, some length. So what we got in here, you got your urea, you got your dry cow, you got your heifer mineral. I don't know why this is right in the way. And then this one is animate. Yeah. And I forget, is this limestone? Yeah, limestone. So, where's my scooper? Been a quick minute. Did he leave it in one of these? That is urea. There it is. So heifer mineral, 5 pounds. Zeroed out pretty close. Just a little bit more. I know you guys will not be getting the best angles, but I should grab my head mount. So here they are, enjoying breakfast, just like you guys would. But they eat all day long. How is it? Pretty good? Hey, he thinks he's gonna try to work them. No, put your teeth away. Get out, out. What a good life. Nice, peaceful. I'm sorry, I pushed you back a little bit. Can we be friends? I made you this. I made you this. Alrighty. Wow, that's a little stringy. Yep, my bad. So the reason we don't want long pieces is packing quality. It gets tough. We'll leave that open. We gotta load some dry cows. We'll go dump this to the heifer group. Yanko really wants to ride around on this, but there's not that much room. And then he gets in the places that he shouldn't be. A lot of people ask why we have tires. It holds the plastic down and keeps the oxygen out. But we got sidewall tires now, just the sidewalls, so much nicer. So we're trying to get away from using any tires, but tires are usually free, or they pay you to take them. So. So heifers will eat out pretty much everything. Once a week, twice a week, you got to shovel out some of the stuff that they won't eat. They do flip it over the top because they're sorting. That's why there's a strip here, so then we got to come through clean it. And these locks that they go through, if you're not a farmer, all they are is headlocks. So you can lock it, they put their head through. When they put it down, it locks it. You're able to do the price checks, work with them without having a rodeo and causing a lot of circus. But as you see, they're used to it. Keep in mind, I might not be doing this the best ever. I haven't fed cows in a year and a half or whatever. Well, alrighty, dry cow load, 50 pounds canola. Oh, shut it off too late. So we're not feeding very much straw, as I've said before. Well, this is what we got. So they must just be moving flakes out. Yeah, that's not gonna work very well. Keep in mind, I got allergies to like everything. I don't know why they didn't move a big bale out. My brother's got to move bales in here for my sister's horse. I'll have them move them out, but I'll grab some straw. We'll give that a go. Might be a little short, but me moving straw out by hand. Yeah, you're good. Come on. That's inefficient. I don't know why. Oh. Dang, these windows are dirty. All this thing does is sit and mix feed, so it gets dirty. And so yeah, we got dry, animate, limestone. That's urea down there. We don't feed much urea. 7 pounds. We have enough room. We can put 2 7-pounders. Actually, we'll put 5 pounds of messed up. It's 5 pounds of mineral, 7 of animate. Let's do that again. Five pounds. Okay. Animate, 7 pounds. This stuff's light. Our mass is. Seven pounds of limestone. Ooh. Damn close. So as I'm filling this stuff and mixing this load, it's not like we just came up with an algorithm and threw some numbers together and said this is going to work. We have a nutritionist that takes samples, does recommendations. He's a nutritionist advisor, So it's not just this is how you feed cows, it's more, this is the whole picture. Really enjoy him. Bill Kipp from Middlebury, Vermont. So, thinks outside the box. Yeah, he puts together the actual rations and says what works. So, that's a job I would never want to do. It's like you're a chemist, you're an agronomist, all together, and then when things are going wrong, you're the one to blame. When things are going good, they're like, oh yeah, it's okay. I'm sure somebody picked up that the cow load. I didn't put any minerals or any of that stuff in. That's all in that big bin that's TMR meal. So based on that ration, that blend, which if you haven't done so, go back, watch the Rhizor feed, the Carters. It'll give you an idea of what goes on to make cow feed. That's not where we get our feed from because, well, logistics. That's like 5.5, 6 hours away. Our feed, majority of it goes out to bid. Phoenix Feeds. So in, what town is that? I should know. It's not Addison. I'll let that mix for a second. I'll think of where it is. Phil Livingston's right up the road. Why do I not know? New Haven, Vermont. So our pellet, our meal, the canola, the minerals, that's all comes from them. It's getting hot. Oh, allergies are kicking in too. I do take Claritin, but what do we got for temperatures today? Feels like it's 67. Yeah, stop lying to me. Gonna get 80. Rain on Thursday. Sunday's supposed to be 90. Dang. Gonna be a good weekend. Alrighty, I'll pull this out of the way. We'll go dump that. This does move up and down. In past videos way back, we used to have a lot of issues of it killing that bearing. Now it allows it to move up and down, so when you put higher rations of haylage through it, it doesn't just kill it and destroy it. And all that is an auger moving along that's spinning, and you see the one above it spinning, and that one's spinning. So it's a giant mixer. Let me see it. And then it's all spinning around, so you get a generalization of what it's doing there. Oh. Yep. So small batches. As you see, I'm not utilizing much of the mixer. But when it's getting big clumps in it, the idea is you want a good even ration. So those minerals I added in, we want them all mixed up, not just sitting around. This has a bow in it. I gotta redo that one. I got the beam. I did the other two last year. Just haven't got around. Actually, the beam's sitting right there on those cement blocks. Yeah. A lot of moving parts. That's why you got to be cautious around farming equipment, because it's everything's a death trap. I actually don't know. I used to be on the ball. I knew exactly what I was doing. Didn't have to look at no sheets. $210. this last load mixed up, and then we're gonna get into the day. So I appreciate you guys joining along, and I figure there's a lot of people that ask about the farm side, the cow side of it. I film some of it, but I'm pretty busy usually. I used to do a lot more of it. Just a lot of work between doing my own thing, working off the farm, doing all the crop work, yeah, YouTubing, trying to travel the world, stuff like that. But I appreciate you guys watching along. Hope that gave you guys some more ideas of what goes on in the day, in a day of a dairy farmer and everything else. So all week long I got this. I gotta feed cows before work and whatnot like that. Granted, today I think I'm gonna finish up chopping, but the rest of the week I gotta feed cows, then leave, then go work, then come back and feed. So I appreciate you guys watching. If there's any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll feel free to answer anything that you guys come up with, or questions of why we do things some way, or comments as far as how I should do it better. But I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a good one.